Okay, so you've got a Google Classroom and you're ready to actually grade some assignments that you have assigned to your classes. I'm going to go into my test classroom by clicking on the title. And I have an assignment right here that I've titled number 13, Shape Sorting Activity. I can either click on this link or I can come over here to the 5 who are done. Both of those will get me to this page, which shows me which students have turned in the work and which haven't. So on this side over here on the left, you see the students in the class. Here you see the work that's been turned in. And if you scroll down a little bit, you can see these are the students who haven't completed the assignment yet. For our purposes, I'm just going to go ahead and grade a few of these so you can see what it's like. The first thing you probably want to do is notice this point value that's up here on the top of the screen. You can change this point value to be what you'd like. I don't want this to be an 100-point assignment, so I'm going to change that by just highlighting, and I want this to be a 10-point assignment, so I'm going to change the points to 10 and hit enter and update it. And now you can see that this assignment is worth 10 points, and I'm ready to go in and grade the assignment. So I'm going to open Lisa's, and I'm going to look at what she's done. This was just a simple assignment that I did for them to drag shapes into the correct category. So how do you mark the work if this was an assignment you'd done? Well, those both appear to be triangles. These are quadrilaterals, and this one, but this one is not a quadrilateral. This one's marked wrong. So I'm going to highlight it, and I'm going to shade it in red. Then I'm going to find over here, that one's not a pentagon, so I'm going to mark it red. So 2 of the 10 are wrong, so the score would be 8 out of 10. I can go here and make a comment on the assignment by saying, be careful to count your sides correctly. And post it. And now that I have graded it and I know that the score is really 8 out of 10, I can close the work up. I can come over here to Lisa and I can give an 8 to it and hit enter. And you can see it's got the grade saved. Now, right now, this grade isn't returned. I can return this individually or I can grade the rest. But let's see what happens when I send it individually. You'll notice that Lisa's got a check mark right here. I can come up to this button in the top left that says return. And notice here, I also have the option of commenting. So I could comment within the document, or I can comment here when I send it back. And I might say, good job, even though she really does something that she needs to return, she still did a good job. And I'll return the assignment. Now, where it had said not returned, it says returned. So let's look and see how Miss Colleen did. Well, it looks like Miss Colleen knows her triangles and her quadrilaterals and all her pentagons. I'd give her a 10 out of 10. So I'll give her a 10 out of 10. And let's see how Mr. Knuckles did. It appears he also knows all his shapes, so we've obviously learned those well. And notice that as I'm putting these grades, because I didn't return Colleen or Jeff's the way I did Lisa's, they still have a check mark there. Finally, I'm going to look at Courtney's, and it looks like Courtney knows all her shapes too. And I would give her a 10. Now, I'm not going to go and grade Brenna's because I think that you can see the pattern here. But now I want to return these 3 that aren't. I return 3. And notice now if I type a comment, all 3 of these students would get the same comment. So fantastic job. And return. Okay, so you have these grades in Classroom, but how do you actually get them to put them in PowerSchool? Google Classroom and PowerSchool don't talk to each other, but there's an easy way to get a quick printout of those grades or to open it up in a Google Sheets. And the way you can get those grades is to come up to your settings button right here on the top right. And you'll see you've got three choices. Copy all grades to Google Sheets, download all grades as a CSV, or download these grades as a CSV. The difference is copy all grades to Google Sheets will stay within the Google family of products, but it will copy all the grades for every assignment that you have done in Google Classroom. If you chose download all grades as a CSV, that's a type of Excel file, and download these grades as CSV would only give you an Excel file of this assignment and not every classroom assignment. For these purposes, I'm just going to show you copy all grades to Google Sheets so we can stay in the Google family of apps. And it'll take a minute to populate, but then you'll see that you get a spreadsheet of grades. And so in this classroom, here are my students. I had 3 different assignments that I did. And right here in this third column, F, you've got the 4 grades that I just assigned and returned. And it would be very easy to split your screen with this tab and your PowerSchool tab and just enter those grades in.